job, Jack. Kevin. Come on up, Kevin. Now, Kevin was the first player on the Volcanoes to catch a ball. He was. He was the first person on the Volcanoes to catch a ball. But where Kevin really made a big difference is batting after Devin. So it's no surprise that every time you see Devin running around the bases, you'd see Kevin running around the bases too. And so Kevin had the second most runs on the team, and that's no surprise. Wow. He was in the middle of every rally also, and made a big difference when we scored all those runs. You know, we scored, not that I count or anything, 86 runs this season. Kevin was a big part of it. Yeah, good guess. All right, Simon.
Right down here.
So come on up, Simon. Now, I always loved pitching batting practice to Simon. Turn around. And Carl and Pat know. So if I threw a pitch that was about 1 inch outside, Simon would say, "Coach, that was outside." And then I'd turn around and throw a pitch that was about 1 inch inside, and he'd say, "Coach, that was inside." So I'm looking forward to when you play in the Mustang League and you start pitching out there. I'm gonna go behind the plate, and when you throw a ball, I'm gonna say, Simon, that was a ball. You need to throw a strike. Right? So I'm gonna remember that. So Simon did a good job. He was in a lot of rallies also, a lot of hits, a lot of runs. So good job, buddy. Henry, come on up, Henry. Now, when Henry came to the first practice, he wasn't having any of it coming out on the field, did he? He was not going to come out on the field. And I was thinking, oh no, what's going to happen with Henry? But by the end of practice, he was playing pickle, and I think he won pickle a couple times during the season, didn't you? At least twice. Two. Exactly. And so after that, that was the last time that Henry was worried about coming out on the field. He did a great job. He was always out there. You know what I really like about Henry? He would, even if he missed the ball, he would run after it harder than anybody else. I got big hits today. He got a few more hits, a few more RBIs. He always seemed to be getting that bat on the ball. But it was his enthusiasm is really what I like. I mean, every coach. Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it, Jack.
But every coach loves to have players with the attitude of Henry. So keep up the good work. Uh-oh, be careful, guys.
It's okay,
so you're.
It's okay. Here, why don't I hold it?
So the bat doesn't.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's what super glue's for.
Yeah,
super glue.
it's okay.
Let's see next. Forrest. All right, so Forrest was the only left-handed hitter. So as pitching to them, it was always tricky. I'm throwing to right-handed batter, right-handed batter, right-handed batter, and then all of a sudden this kid gets up on the wrong side of the plate. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here?
Takes after his mother.
So whenever I could find finally throw a strike, Forrest would crush it. I remember that one ball Forrest hit in the first inning of one of the games. It went halfway out to left field. So with a little weightlifting, next thing you know, that ball's going to go over the fence. That was an awesome hit. So Forrest had some great numbers also. He was one of the leaders with the RBIs. He had the second most number of outs out in the field. Big difference out in the field, making those outs out there. And he led the team with 3 triples. He led the team with 3 triples. So good job, buddy. Anna, come on up. Can everybody say happy birthday to Anna? Anna.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Anna! Woo!
So during the skills evaluation, I remember, and James didn't know me at the time, but I was over on the first base side. I remember watching Anna swing. And once I saw her swing, I said, this is somebody, I was telling Jerry, I was like, Anna's got to be on our team. This is a very natural, and not many people have a natural swing. It's difficult. There's a very natural swing. I didn't even care how she hit or how she threw. She hits and throws fine, but when I saw how she could swing the bat, I said, she is going to be on our team. And so she came on our team, only girl in the league, and did an awesome job. And I remember when it was her time to get a dog pile, I didn't know what to do, right? Her turn to get a dog pile, she got the game ball. So I asked parents, and I love the answer. The answer was, if she didn't get a dog pile, she would be disappointed. And so we made sure he had a dog pile, and he got another one today. So good job.
Right. Good job, Anna. Woo!
What's that? Oh, you did. Hunter, come on up, Hunter. Now, I've lost track of how many teams I've coached with Hunter, right? I've lost track of how many goals he scored for me in the Thunderbolts, how many baskets he scored for me, we call it the Thunderbolts also, how many runs he scored this year for the Volcanoes. He's just did an awesome, awesome job. He had obviously had an outstanding season this year. He had the most outs in the field, made a huge difference out in the field, and at the plate was one of the leaders with RBIs, one of the leaders with hits, one of the leaders with runs, was always in the middle of all those rallies, and just had another very outstanding season. And also, he did something that no Volcanoes player did, and he did it twice. He had an assisted double play twice, so good job.
Woo! Awesome job, Hunter.
And last but not least, Steven.
Hey guys, don't play with the bats on the trophies. I know, but still play with them. Just don't play with them. Right, okay.
So, Steven, now I can say, was obvious. He's, you guys are great players, but I have to say Steven's my favorite player, right? He has to be my favorite player. But I hope everybody realizes that I would correct Steven just as easy as I would correct anybody else. I hope everybody understands that. And he's worked very hard. We used to talk about what it's going to be like when we play fall ball for a long time. So I've thrown many, many pitches to Steven. I've hit many ground balls to Steven, and we'd always talk about it. And so, you know, we always say, well, what's fall ball going to be like? So now you got to see what fall ball is going to be like, and we had a great, great season. And the thing I can say about Steven, so he was the only Volcanoes player who did not have a strikeout. He always had. And that concludes it. So I hope you guys, you know, it was a great season. I mean, you never know what to expect when the season starts, but if you told me I'd be right here right now handing out the trophies with the success that we had, I'd say that would be awesome. And I think we all did a great job. We had great support. You know, enjoy the off season. Like I said, we'll in the spring, I would love to be able to say we have all the Volcanoes back, and trust me, I'm going to do everything I can to do it, and Jerry too. We can't make promises, but they're 6 years old, they're 7 years old. You know, hopefully the league will accommodate, you know, what they can accommodate. So hopefully everybody has a good next 3 or 4 months, and we'll see you in the spring.
All right.
Woo!
You guys want to give Coach Mike a hip hip parade? Yeah. Hip hip. You say